Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1951 Royal KMG vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. You can just move it wherever you want to line the page in. And I'm just going to line it right up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the paper bail that sits on top. It holds the page down. And this has a magic margin function, so at the top of each end is a switch that says magic margin on it. And to use it, you just put the cursor on the part of the page that you want to send the magic margin to. It'll send it to that spot, so now that's your left margin. If you want it closer to the edge, you push it to the front, and then just push the carriage wherever you want it. I'm going to put it right on the end. And same concept with the right side. Say I wanted the margin right there, then I just flip the switch, that, and it sends that margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you just hold the carriage release and the magic margin at the same time, put it where you want it, and then flip that switch back, and that's where you have it. Right now, we have it on the end of each side. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line of space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip the switch to the front once, and it'll skip 2. One more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice, and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. One of the probably best typing machines that was mass produced ever made. I missed the space in between the lazy. And that's what happens when you use a manual typewriter that's not a computer. You will have typos, so you just get used to not making typos, I guess. I'm not a writer. I just know how to fix these and clean them up. But anyway, this model is very well made. It's really pleasure to type on. It's sturdy, it's heavy as hell, so that's why they call it a desktop, because once you put it on a desk, you don't really want to move it, so you just keep it there, and it's really fun to type on. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch right above the knob here that unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or card stock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace is above that. That works good. Margin release on the right side. So when you get to the end of the margin, it will lock the keys so you can't print. But if you hit that margin release, it will allow you to type past that block. That works good. Open the hood. Got all the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. Counterclockwise. If you want to switch the direction, you just flip the switch right here on the left side, and it'll pull clockwise to the left. You want to make sure that your ribbon's going in the correct direction, or else it'll jam up your vibrator and cause malfunctioning. I've had people send them back because that happened, and it's just such an easy fix that it's sad to see that happen. This is your touch control on the right side. When you turn the knob to the right, it'll increase the tension on the keys when you type, so you have to hit them harder, but they respond faster. The lower, the less hard you have to hit them, but they don't respond as fast. I like it on low because I'm used to typing on a computer. Carriage release right here above the knob, and the tabs are on the back. I'll show you how to set those. Right now we should have one, maybe at the end, I don't know. You hit the tab button, which is on the right here. It'll stop at each one of the tabs that are set. Right now we just have one, so we're going to go to that tab and we're going to clear it with this left button right there, and that should clear it. Now it goes all the way to the end. I like to set one in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go all the way to the end. Sometimes it'll cause wear and tear. This has a good drag to it. Some of them don't. and that's meant to be so it doesn't cause wear and tear. It goes slamming all the way to the end when you push the tab button. You can also reset these tabs. If you got a bunch that are set, you can just push them in like this, and they just stick out, and you can push them in with your finger. You can also push them out with your finger if you want to set a bunch of them. Or sometimes that accidentally happens when you're moving the typewriter around. You might accidentally set a bunch of tabs, and you just got to push them in and just reset them from the front so you know where they are. On this side, this switch above the carriage release, this is the carriage release. That switch, when you lift it up to the front, it'll disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. When you flip it back, you hear the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept when you push the button in on the knob, disables the spacing when you turn the knob. That works good. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.